Hi, my name is Ishmael and today we're going to be talking about relationships and why people are always looking for a new relationship. People are always looking for a new relationship, in short, because they are trying to do something. They're trying to fill a hole in their life. Now the hole they're trying to fill in their life is often something they feel like they're lacking. So, here's an analogy. If you have a jigsaw puzzle like this one, and there's a hole missing, or there's a piece missing out of that jigsaw puzzle, then you are going to be looking for that piece out of the jigsaw puzzle. Now, when you find someone with that piece, even if they're not willing to give you the piece, they can help you with that piece. They can fill the picture in, help you fill the picture in, and then you can copy the piece they have and put it into your jigsaw puzzle. Once you have your jigsaw puzzle, or that piece that they have of the jigsaw puzzle, you can move on to the next person and find the next piece of the jigsaw puzzle. It's just like a journey through life. As you go through life, you want to be looking at ways to fulfill the next step in your life. Everything you go down, it's a quest, effectively. As you go through the quest, you find people who can help you along the quest, fill that part, help you achieve that skill, and then you can find another person to help you achieve the next skill. Now the interesting thing is that people do this in romantic relationships and partnerships, and it's very, very detrimental, but it is very common nowadays when people feel like they're lacking something. And they might be lacking emotionally, they might be lacking in other areas of their life. But what generally happens is they find someone who has something. So if they are lacking communication skills with other people and they find someone who's very good at communicating, they'll be attracted to that person. You'll be attracted to the person with very good communication skills. Once your communication skills get better and better and better, then your attraction towards this person will be less and less and less. And as that attraction dies, you'll say, well, why am I spending so much time with them? And you'll start withdrawing from that relationship. And then you'll start looking for the next relationship. So once you've got your communication skills, you might start looking for ways to emotionally connect to people. So rather than verbal communication, you might look at emotional communication. When you find someone who's got emotionally very good at connecting, you'll be drawn towards that person. And once you start getting better at emotional connection skills, you'll start moving away and have less and less connection to that person. So this happens not only with these skills, but with practical skills through life and ways of looking at life. And you start seeing things very differently when you start seeing that every single relationship you're attracted to is because you feel like that person has actually got something that you are missing. And once you feel like someone has something you're missing, you're going to be attracted to them to learn what it is you're missing and how they can help you achieve that. Now, this is not an issue. It's not an issue finding new relationships to help you grow and build in your personal life, and then moving to the next relationship to help you grow and build in your personal life. However, it has to be a win-win with every relationship. You can't just go into a relationship, take, and then not give back. You have to, if you're going into a relationship, you can go there to learn something, but you have to help them learn something too. You have to help everyone you meet learn something. And ideally, you shouldn't just end the relationship or slowly drift away so it doesn't seem like an abrupt ending, because that isn't emotionally good for the other person. They went into a relationship at the same reason you did. They saw something in you that they were missing or they hadn't connected with, and so they are trying to get something from you. Now, it's not a case of they're getting something from you and you need to trade and that's the relationship over. No. Because unfortunately, this is what happens in romantic relationships. You go into the relationship because you're lacking something that they have and they're lacking something you have, and you connect. And once you connect, you feel really, really strong. And as you're building, it's normally because they have something really, really, really difficult for you to get hold of, and you have something. So you get really strong bonding. Now, the problem is that once you start adopting their habits, which happens when you spend a lot of time with someone in a relationship, then you actually learn the things that you felt you were missing. And once you've learnt those things that you felt you were missing, then what happens is you feel like there's no need to be in that relationship anymore and you want to pull away. Now that's the problem, because a romantic relationship isn't just for learning. A romantic relationship and partnership is more than that. And you need to understand that when you feel like you're drifting away, it's not you're drifting away because you feel like there's a separation between you, you don't want to be with them. When you feel the drifting, either one of you in your relationship needs to realise that the drifting is because we've now learnt the skill that we came to learn in your relationship, but that doesn't mean the relationship can't continue. That doesn't mean that there's not other skills you can learn in a relationship that you haven't realised the other person has learned. Because you moved into a relationship thinking, this is exactly what I'm going into the relationship for, then you went into the relationship, you learnt that and you start drifting away. But as they learnt things from you and they start drifting away and you both start drifting apart, you also got your own lives. And because you've got your own lives, you're also learning new skills. And so you need to communicate in a relationship, whether it be a romantic relationship, a friendship, a child-parent, a parent-child, or a colleague. You need to keep these communications open because you'll find that they probably have something else they've learned which you would also like to learn, which would also be beneficial to you. And you also probably have something else that you have learned that would be beneficial to them. And so the relationship can carry on and you can grow together. Now, I have heard a saying in the personal growth industry where people say, if you grow together, you grow strong. If you grow separately, you grow apart. Now, I've seen this quite often in multiple things where I've seen the relationships where one person grows faster than the other and they grow apart, or where one person goes in one direction, one person goes in the other direction. Now, the reason they haven't stayed together and the reason they haven't learned together is because they saw that there was no longer the relationship there that they went in it for, and so they thought there was nothing left for them. And this is unfortunately why a huge number of marriages fail. They say that in 2015, that all people married then, 30% of them would end in divorce. 30%. So this is a huge number. 50, 100 years ago, hardly any marriages failed in comparison. Very small percentages. So this happens very, very common in most relationships. You drift apart and you grow apart. Now, just because you're growing and they're not, doesn't mean they're not learning stuff. They might be learning stuff from you, or they might be learning stuff from other relationships they have and the friendships they have and other learnings they have through their work. So you need to always make sure you stay connected, stay communicating, and like, subscribe to this channel and whack that bell notification icon to get notified of videos coming out each and every week, so you keep up to date with what you need to know in this relationship world, what you need to know as skills to improve yourself, to keep relationships strong, to keep friendships strong, to keep your mental health well, and to keep your well-being well. But as they grow and as you grow, this is something that you need to be aware of, that you grow together. Whether you're growing in different directions or not, you can still help each other. Doesn't matter how far away you are, because what you'll find is that you might have a skill or a tool or a help or a thought that will help them on their journey. And they might have one that will help you on your journey. And unless you stay communicating, unless you actually stay in contact with them and actually find out what they're doing in life and what they're learning, then you will not know how you can help them and they will not know how they can help you. Stay connected, stay communicating, and keep the relationships going, because there is no reason that you should be leaving relationships. You should be finding new relationships because this is healthy, but there's no reason why you should be ending old relationships.